Fair use, fair use disclaimer. It's your brother Wal Rum. You're back with another lesson, Lord willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Waha, Rakakodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, bishops of Great Millstone, Thomas True. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Waha, Rakakodash. Shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgment of God by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by their faith. As you see, BB in Jesus Christ has no advantage over Tilla the Hun. So let's get into this speech, and we'll see why we know who the true people are not in the land, man, in this lesson. So I'm gonna hit these videos and bring a couple scriptures, and Lord willing to be edifying, man, because it's truly beautiful times we're living in.
You know, if people want to be naive, then they don't see the kind of world we're living in. In this world, it's not enough to be moral. It's not enough to be just. It's not enough to be right. You know, one of the greatest writers of the 20th century, someone that I admire a lot, was the historian Will Durant. Now, he wrote many volumes. I read most of them. He also wrote The Lessons of History, very brief, 100-page book, in which he said, well, history proves that, unfortunately and unhappily, Jesus Christ has no advantage over Genghis Khan. Because if you are strong enough, ruthless enough, powerful enough, evil will overcome good. Aggression will overcome moderation. So you have no choice. If you look at the world as it is today, you have to be blind not to see that the democracies led by the United States have to reassert their will to defend themselves and to oppose their enemies in time while there's still time, before the jarring gong of danger wakes them up and wakes them up too late.
So you're basically saying that Genghis Khan, he has no advantage over Genghis Khan. So he's basically saying Yahweh Shai doesn't have any power, and Genghis Khan was a power. But you say you got to be barbaric in this society, man, and that's how we know that these are not the people of the Lord, man. It's war every day in that land, man. See, righteousness is not flourishing, man. It's all war, man. And anyone thinks that these are the people of the Lord, they're not. They're not right in their mind, man. They're mentally demented because they are leaving in mass numbers, man. As you see.
Guys, like say, war right now, guys.
So if these are the people of the Lord, why are they leaving? The Lord would have set them there, and they will be at peace. They'll be at rest. And see, they're not at rest, man. They're not at peace. And we know through the Spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah that these are not the true people of the Lord, man. The Lord is not dealing with the Edomites. Scriptures, let me get that first. Luke, I think it's Luke 21:24. Get that real quick to start the lesson off. Let me just hit a couple scriptures, man. Luke 21:24. This is Luke 21:24. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, man, and shall be led away captive into all nations. This is what happened to the children of Israel. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down by the Gentiles. See, the Gentiles are trodden down the land of Jerusalem right now, man, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. And we're reaching the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled where they trodden down the land, man. The Lord is about to make a major move for the children of Israel, man, to be put back in their land. Because when I say make a major move, the Lord is about to return, man. But he's going to rid those people out of the land first. And he's going to come back and put us in the land. This is Isaiah 2 in verse 2. It says, "And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua house shall be established." See, in the last days, it's going to be established that the children of Israel, who the children of Israel are. It says, "Established in the tops of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it." See, all nations shall flow unto it. "And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, to the house of power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways." See, nobody's going over there and trying to find out the ways to the Lord through those people, man. They don't like so-called Christians in that land, man. They spit on them. So the world is not going to them for the way to the Lord, man. If anything, they want to kick them out of the land. They want to kick them out of their lands. They want to kick them off of their out of their seats of power, man. They want them to come down, man, and be brought low. See, it says, "And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path." See, they're not walking in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All it is about war there. "For out of Zion shall go forth the law." See, to go forth the law. So people knowing you can't be a Mo. And shit, half their Knesset is Mo's. They have Pink City over there. So they're not learning the ways of the Lord, man. They don't teach the ways of the Lord. They don't follow the ways of the Lord, man. They follow different doctrines, man, different books, like the Talmud and stuff like that, man. It says, "And the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua from Jerusalem, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their plowshares and swords, and their pruning hooks into spears. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation." See, it won't be no war. It won't be Persia coming against small hats, the small hats coming against Persia, Babylon going against the Persians. It won't be no war on the earth anymore, man. It says, "Zion shall go forth." Let me read that again. It says, "And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, to the house." No, it's lucky. I'll drop down. It says, "And he shall judge among the nations and rebuke many people, and they shall beat their plowshares, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." See, when the true people of the Lord are in the land, it won't be any war in the earth. That'll be taken away, man. The Lord is going to give us peace, man. He's going to give us rest. So through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the elect have learned what they need to learn, and the rest, everybody else is blinded, man. 2/3 of our people was blinded, and the world was blinded, man, because they're walking after the ways of the world, man. Only the elect understand and know who is the true people of the Lord, man. You can't convince anybody who the men and women of the Lord are, because they think this is a fad. I was just watching Apostle Gabar's video, what he was going into, Apostle Har's video about, who was at it, uh, vocab, talking about this is a fad, man. No, man, this is the truth. And it's not meant for us to convince anyone, man. It's meant for us for ourselves to be saved, not to convince anyone. Cut them with the scriptures. They ain't gonna get it, man. Vocab been trying to debunk the truth for many years and always fail, man. Doing all type of different surveys and different things, is trying to see why these so-called black men and women are seeking the Lord and calling the Lord the way they do, man. Reading the Bible, standing on the corner, they won't get it, man. That's why I always say, through the Spirit of the Lord, man, this is meant for us to be saved, man. It ain't meant for us to debunk and debate and all that shit for the heathen, man. They ain't gonna get it, man. It ain't meant for them to get. It rattles that man's brain, man, vocab, for him to see why they so passionate about this. Because it's the Holy Spirit, man. This is Hosea 4 and verse 1. It says, hear the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, ye children of Israel. For Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of power in the land. It says, by swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven. Yea, and the fishes of the sea also shall they take away. Yet let no man strive nor reprove any another, for thy people are as they that strive with priests. And see, the Lord has given us this wisdom, not understanding for salvation, man, to teach the elect, for them to receive it and understand. Let me get this in the NLT. Hear the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, people of Israel. Yahweh Shem Yahushua has brought charges against you, saying, there is no faithfulness, no kindness, no knowledge of power in your land. You make vows and break them. You kill and steal and commit adultery. There is violence everywhere, one murder after another. And see, this goes to show you that the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native Americans are the children of Israel, man. Because judgment came on us, and the Lord is going to judge 2/3 of his people. But 2/3 have woken up to this truth to understand we are who we say we are, man, through the Spirit. Verse 3, it says that, it's like it says that is why your land is mourning. See, our land is mourning, man, because we committed, we've went against our power, and the land is trodden down by the Gentiles, man. It said clearly say the land is mourning, man. So you read in the Baruch, it tells you about how the land cried after us as we was taken away. So that land that has been trodden down by the Gentiles, it mourns for us, man. It says that is why your land is mourning, and everyone is wasting away. Even the wild animals, the birds of the sky, and the fish and the sea are disappearing. And see, all the earth, the land, the animals, they're mourning. It was at Corinthians. The earth is waiting for the manifestation of the children of Israel. See, the earth wants us back in our land, man. And that's a beautiful thing that we've woken up to this truth, man, because it goes to show you that the Spirit of the Lord is in us, man. For us to understand and recognize all the things around us, man. Don't point your finger at someone else and try to pass the blame. My complaint, you priests, is with you. And that's why the Lord has given us the wisdom and understanding to bring it out to our people, man, the hopeful elect. For them to wake up and see, man, this is the Lord, man. Because a lot of these people that follow these pastors, Christian pastors, and all these different groups that are not truly following the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and the elders, a great millstone on down, they're lost, man. Their priests are leading them to destruction. But the true men of the Lord are leading the flock to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. This is Isaiah 61. So our land is mourning for us, man. And you can see that the Lord is making a move for those people to get out of the land, man, because the Lord is about to purify that land, man, for us to get back our land. This is Isaiah 61 and verse 5. It says, and strangers shall stand and feed your flocks. See, when we go back in the land, we're going to be in power, man. We're going to be rulers over the earth. And sons of aliens shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. See, we're going to have men and women in servitude, man, slaves. But ye shall but ye shall be named priests of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. See, everyone is going to know the children of Israel are back in the land, man, because that's when Isaiah 2 comes into effect. When everyone is going to come and flow through they'll come to get the law from us at the priest's mouth, man. Let me finish this up, man. He says, "But ye shall be named the priests of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua. Men shall call you the ministers of power." See, they're gonna know that we are the children of Israel, man. There ain't gonna be no shadow of a doubt, man, who the true men and women of the Lord is. Won't be no war. Nobody's gonna come against the Israelites, man. Men shall call you ministers of our power. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. See, they're gonna be in sub servitude, man. They're gonna be in servitude, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. So they're gonna be in servitude, man. So when they build our mansions and our palaces, we're gonna say, yeah, look at what I did, man. We're gonna boast ourselves in them, off the back of in sweat and tears of them. And that's how you're gonna know this is the Lord, man. It says, "For your shame ye shall have double." See, for our shame, we're gonna have double, man. And for confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be in them. See, in our land, man, we're going to receive double. With everlasting joy shall be unto them. Those people was on that boat, man. They were trying to get out of there, man. It didn't seem like there was an everlasting joy. They wasn't an everlasting joy. They was trying to get the hell out of there, man. See, but in our land, we're going to have everlasting joy, man. We're not going to be ashamed of being Israelites. We're not going to be ashamed of calling on the name of the Lord. We're not going to be ashamed of putting our servants under us, man, by the rod of iron. We're not going to be ashamed of that, man. This is Hosea 2 and verse 18. It says, "And in that day will I make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of the heaven." See, the Lord's going to make every animal's going to know the children of Israel, man. Everything's gonna be in peace with us, man. The earth, the animals, even the bugs, man. Right here it says, "And with the creepy things of the ground." See, a covenant. He says, "And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth." See, he's gonna take all the way to the fighting. Ain't gonna be no war in the earth, man. Nobody's gonna try to gun me. I'm gonna get a nuke built up, and I'm gonna get uranium, new enrichment, and all that shit they're going through now. That won't happen when we in power, man. It says, "I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and I will make them to lie down safely." See, when we're in power, we're going to be in safety, man. "And I will betroth thee unto me forever." See, we're going to be engaged as a married to the Lord forever, man. We will not be out of rulership ever again, man. We will not be taken away from our power ever again. Yea, I will betroth ye unto me in righteousness and in judgment and in loving kindness and in mercy. See, we're going to be connected to the Lord forever, man. In every way, man. Righteousness, judgment, and loving kindness and mercy, man. It's going to be given to us, man. We ain't going to worry about nobody ready to take away our land and doing this and we ain't worried about that, man. It says, "I will even betroth thee unto me in faithfulness." See, we're not going to go off anymore, man. That's the covenant the Lord on that second covenant, man. It says, "And thou shalt know Yahweh by Shem Yahushua." See, everybody's going to know the Lord, man. Everybody. And in it's like, "And it shall come to pass in that day, I will hear Yahweh, saith Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, I will hear the heavens, and they shall hear the earth." And see, we're going to be joint, man. Joint to the Lord, man. In every way, man. We're going to be married to our power, man. Never to be disconnected from our Lord again, man. This is what's going to happen, man. This is what's being prepared in the earth, man. It's a transition of power is being shifted by Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. In the valley of the shadow, in the valley of the shadow of death. It is the valley of the shadow of death. But this is the land where the dry bones came to life, man. Let me hit the point right here. This is Ezekiel 37. In verse 26, it says, moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. See, a covenant with peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. That hasn't happened, man. That's about to happen. My tabernacle also shall be with them. See, my tabernacle also shall be with them. So he's going to be connected to us, man. He's going to be with us. It says, yea, I will be their power, and they shall be my people. And you're not gonna be able to say the Lord ain't dealing with them. The Lord ain't with them. And the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, doeth sanctify Israel. See, in that day, it ain't gonna be said where the Lord is not dealing with them, or the Lord is dealing with another nation, or the Lord is gonna let these people be in the land. No, man. All the heathen, every single one of them, they're gonna know the Lord is with Israel, man. That clearly tells you this. It says, and the heathen shall know that I, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. And see, in the kingdom of heaven, the Lord is going to be with us forevermore, man. Never to depart. So we will never be divorced from our power ever again, man. We're never going to go off, man. So I'm in it there, Lord, when it was edifying. Shalom, shalom.